Pavlos of Greece confirmed that he does not want to claim the throne of Greece, but would like to find a place to settle down with his family and Marie-Chantal. It was Pavlos of Greece, the heir to former King Constantine, who delivered a eulogy in Athens a year ago. The speech, full of emotions, touched both the family and the audience. God brought you here to take your last breath on your homeland, Prince Pavlos said. As you taught us, Father, we, your children and grandchildren, give ourselves and will forever give ourselves to our homeland in Greece. Father, this is not the end. You will always live in our hearts and minds. At 56, Pavlos is the new head of the Greek royal house, but he will not be king because the monarchy was abolished in Greece after a referendum in the early 1970s. He is a throneless heir, the father of a large family, married to the wealthy heiress Marie-Chantal Miller, daughter of the founder of duty-free shopping stores and the founder of a luxury children's fashion line, and living between his homes in London, New York, where he currently resides, or English countryside, and the Bahamas. Life in luxury and refinement, close relations with all European royal figures, with whom he is related, especially with King Carl III, which, at the moment, seems unchanged after his father's death. However, shortly after the funeral, Pavlos announced that he and Marie-Chantal are looking for a home to settle in Greece. We want to be more visible to the Greek people, he assured. In the future, we will be seen much more often. At that time, doubts arose: would this be a permanent residence or only for a long term? Is Pavlos signaling to monarchists in his country? However, despite the consequences of Constantine's funeral, the Greek throne no longer exists, and Greek citizens are not particularly interested in being represented by the royal family. Pavlos was born crown prince, but he was only 7 months old when his father was forced into exile after the military coup. Constantine participated in a counter-coup in an unsuccessful attempt to restore democracy, and in late 1967, he left the country with his family. Initially, they settled in Rome, and then in London, where they lived for 47 years. In 1973, after the referendum, the monarchy was abolished and all the property of the royal family, including the Tatoi Palace, the royal residence, was confiscated, and the titles were annulled. His life in London, under the protection of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, his second cousin, and a group of sympathizers, was relatively easy. But Pavlos grew up with the thought that one day he would return to Greece. The family was only able to set foot on Greek soil in 2004, and in 2013, Constantine and Anne-Marie decided to settle permanently in Greece, in a seaside home in Porto Heli, 2 hours from the capital. It was in Athens that Constantine passed away on January 10, 2023. However, throughout the years of living on Greek soil, the former king stayed in the shadows and stayed out of politics. Pavlos received his education at a private Greek school founded by his father in London, and then attended the military academy at Sandhurst, where he graduated as a lieutenant in the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards. A typical education for a crown prince. In 1995, after leaving the army, the prince graduated from Georgetown with a degree in political science and international relations together with his cousin Felipe I, and shortly after married Marie-Chantal Miller. Since then, his professional life has been associated with the world of finance, and the lives of his 5 children, now in their 20s, have been uneventful and more reminiscent of the lives of privileged socialites than of royal power. Paul continues to work as an investment banker, traveling to attend royal events and being photographed vacationing in Greece and the Bahamas. His international image is a blend of glamour, luxury, sympathy, and admiration for his titles, which are not recognized in Greece. However, the search for a residence in Greece again made headlines. Some analysts believe that in any case, Paul and Marie-Chantal will spend some time together, but not forever. I don't think a full return is possible, says Andreas Megos, a Greek journalist specializing in royal figures. Too much time has passed, and most people don't even remember when we had a monarchy. But old wounds heal, and Paul is held in great respect and affection. I think he can play a certain role. The problem is, what role is a member of a foundation engaged in humanitarian work, as a distinguished guest at some public events, as a diplomatic representative? Pavlos insists that he has no intention of reclaiming the throne. I am not seeking anything. Our role is to be good people and do everything in our power to help the country, he said in an interview with the French press.